did you know this is one of my favorite things that we carry at HSN?
What?
It really, these baskets.
Really? Oh, I'm
really
so
is.
glad.
I like a lot of things, don't get me wrong. But I happen to have these at my house, and they totally transform the facade of my house because I love hanging baskets, but was not able to get them to look like this until, yes, a basket came into my life. But it's a hanging basket with a twist because you're gonna be able to, well, we'll show you. You're gonna be able to plant all the way around it. Kind of like those strawberry pots where you get to have those flowers throughout the whole tower. Yep. Here it is. We've got something that's called the mini.
It's not really small,
really
is
mini.
it? Yeah, it's not really
10 inches. But if you want the 10-inch size, order what's called the mini, and then we have the ultimate. Take us through this, Carrie, if you would.
And thank you. I love to get my hands dirty. Like I said, I'm a gardener, so I really enjoy playing with flowers, and I love hanging baskets. The problem is most traditional hanging baskets aren't getting the 3 things that hanging baskets need. They need airflow, they need nutrients, and they need water. These dry out so quickly that often they ended up looking like this until we have this beautiful basket. So, first of all, I want you to notice that, well, in this one, we have a trough down here about 1 inch deep, which is going to allow for some extra water storage in there. And that's great because if you don't water traditional baskets like every other day, they're gonna dry out. But with this one, you really have that little leeway of the additional water storage. Now, they also have all these little windows around, and you can see these little screen doors, so to speak. You're gonna put the plants from the outside in. It's going to keep all the nutrients here, and you're still gonna get all of that airflow in here. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna just kind of build away and get my hands dirty. I started it out earlier just because I wanted to have time to do a complete one. And so basically you just pick, you know, it's like picking out produce. What flower do you like? What looks pretty to you? And again, like I said, you're just gonna take it from the outside in, and then you're gonna take your little window and you're gonna pop it right into place. And as time goes on, it will continue to fill in, and because it's gonna be getting all of those nutrients right here centered, and I think if we can do an overhead shot, you can see that once these are all in place, all of these roots are all right here in the center. So when I water or when I put in my fertilizer or whatever I want, I don't have to worry if I'm getting the roots if everything comes here. So you just keep building. I mean, what looks pretty? If you're gonna pick out produce, it's the same way that I pick out flowers. Oh, I like that one. You don't have to pick the same one every time. But it's just, again, it's like, it's such a pride to go outside and see these beautiful baskets, and people stop and they say, oh my goodness, look at that, it's so beautiful. So here we go, and then you'll just take an additional layer of soil right up on top of it. And then if you want, Siobhan, if you want to show them these finished products back there, they're gorgeous, aren't they?
These are gorgeous back here. So this is a great way, if, you know, I was just talking about if you don't have a garden, if you don't have turf, if you don't have a space at your house. Okay, let's go up, right? If you have a little patio, a little porch, the front door area, it doesn't have to be, you know, this palatial devotion to planting. You can just go up, everybody, right? So here we've got your gorgeous geraniums. There's some pathos. Beautifully done, variegated. I love these ferns hanging down from it. And then over here, this one's just getting started. And then we've got this gorgeous, gorgeous combination.
And this is like 360 degrees of flowers. No more does it just have to be on the top. Now it's coming out the sides and it's dripping down. And this one has had a little time. We planted it so that it could get nice and big throughout the course. This one, at the end of the growing season, will be the same way. It'll be dripping down.
This was just started.
Yep, we just started that one. We just did it yesterday. Yep.
Okay.
And so here we have, now we've put all of these in. We're gonna finish off the top with some more soil, and then you get to start building
on top.
Exactly, and you don't have to even pick the same things. You can do one of everything if you want. I mean, I love to do this greenery at the top. I think it's so pretty the way it drapes over.
While you're doing that, I want to show the colors that we have here. And remember, I'm going to come on around front, guys. So here it is in the black. You're getting 2, remember. So there's 2 in the black. There's 2 in what we're calling terracotta. Here's your white. If you have a white home, it's so nice to be able to have your white planters. Now keep in mind, most of them are gonna get covered by the plants themselves as it goes. These 2, just to give you a reference, these 2 right here are what we're calling mini, and they're quite generous. It's a 10-inch size. And then the other ones are what we're calling ultimate. It comes with your chains as well, so you don't have to worry about getting those plastic clips, you know those, or those wires that, you know, try to like claw the edge, which I've got mixed emotions about those. You can tell I've done this before. I don't like those very much. They're not strong. And then it worries me. And then if your plant, you know, don't use the chains, okay?
Use the chains,
use the
yes.
chains. So the 10-inch basket holds up to 17 plants. And 12 plants fit in the sides, and the 5 plants fit on the top, so that's the way to work out that 10-inch size. And it includes your hook and your chain, and those are called the minis. Mini but mighty, I would say.
Yes, for sure.
And then we have your ultimate, which is that huge, huge display of plants that we've been showing you that looks like you bought them from a commercial grower for, you know, hotels.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I mean, if you start to travel around, I'm going to come over here and finish this one while you're here.
Okay, my friend.
If you travel around to these beautiful high-end resorts, you know, in Miami Beach or Las Vegas, you will see these baskets hanging everywhere because they do add such a statement to your place, to your house, to any hotel, and they're so easy to do. You don't have to spend a lot of money on them. You just pick a couple of plants that you think are pretty, which is what we've done here today, and you just put them right into the soil. They're going to be getting all the extra moisture that they need, and because of these little windows, they're going to be getting that air circulation, all the nutrients, and it's just fun. It's something different. People haven't seen this before, and everybody just falls in love with it.
Well, it's a project you can do in an afternoon, a very short afternoon.
You
don't have to commit to this whole day, whole weekend.
But you still get that pop of color.
But you still get the color, you still get the payoff, and you still get to get your hands in the dirt in the best sense of the word.
Right, exactly. You know, I've often thought about going to the salon and saying, can you just give me the color of dirt for my fingernails? Because it's going to look like that anyway. But look at how beautiful this is. It's already draping down, and with some water and a little bit of time, it's going to be overflowing. And how fun and funky is this? All different kinds of flowers, and it just makes me feel good to be around it.
Right.
I just love coming out and seeing the color, and people come by and they say, well, that's interesting. Where did you get that? Only on HSN.
Only on HSN.
Only on HSN.
So whether it's the black, the terracotta, or the white, those are the ultimates. You're getting 2 of them. And then you have a choice of the black or the terracotta if you're getting what we're referring to as mini, but they're 10 inches in size.
Yeah.
The other thing that I've been thinking about as I'm watching you do this, have you ever decorated a wedding cake or a cake?
Oh.
Right, and you like to do the decor around the side, not just happy birthday on the top.
That's the one I do, just so you know. Just the happy birthday, and they're lucky they get it.
There you go. Mother of 4 boys right there.
4 boys, yes.
So this is that whole 360 all the way around. I mean, it's a beautiful panorama that you're going to be creating, and it's quick. It's very quick, Carrie.
Isn't it beautiful? And even, I'm sorry, I held it up too high, didn't I? But I mean, I did this little part just about 10 minutes before we started. I just finished it here. And now when I water, everything is right here, right in the center. So I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm getting water to all of these plants. And on top of it, I mean, just the enjoyment, the pride of having it. The little windows with the circulation. And how about the big one? I didn't have a chance to show it off yet, but I'm pretty proud of it.
You should be.
I'm gonna hold it up real quick so you can see. Because again, 360 degrees of flowers. It just goes all the way around.
Ooh.
Look at how pretty it is. I love it. I'm so proud of them. And because they're gonna be getting that circulation, they're going to be healthier plants. This is great for small places. Maybe you only have a patio, maybe just a deck off the back of an apartment. But this is all you need for that excitement, to give you that feeling of spring without having to spend a lot of money. These are not expensive plants. These are just the cheapo ones, and you can get these at any nursery or home improvement store, but it sure does add a lot to your life.
And you're getting 2. I want to just keep reiterating that because, you know, 1 would be great for this kind of a price, but you do get both, and you get the chains. And I definitely love the idea of someone who's getting started. If you're just getting started, or, you know, if you're an avid gardener, you know this is a major advancement. It's just one of those simple, great ideas that makes a huge change, and yep, you're displaying the flowers. You don't have to buy ones that are already in the pot, and maybe that's not the color you want. Maybe you want a combination like she just put up. You get to do your own customized looks. You don't have to have a lot of space. All you need to do is go up, right? You don't need dirt on the ground. You get to go aerial.
And
right
this
over
is
here.
a really, really well-made product. It's going to last you for years and years. It's never going to fade. You can change it out. You can rinse it out if you want to redo it at some point. But your imagination is really all you need with this. I will just go into the nursery and say, that looks beautiful. Ooh, I love pink and purple together.
Yeah.
Let's add a pop of red in there. And then always some greenery. And then you just start building, and you almost feel like it's a crafting project on
really
top
is.
of being a gardening project. And it's gorgeous. Check these out.
By the way, that is the turquoise color that Carrie's been using. We didn't have another sample out here, but that is the turquoise color. So enjoy, everybody. We just have these back in stock, and we've got them for you. FlexPay is also an option for you. Carrie, thank you so much.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Happy gardening, everybody.